welcome to Big Mike's Real Reviews. This is Big Mike, and today I'm going to give my non-spoiler review of Prey, the next movie in the Predator franchise. Now, this has been one of my favorite franchises for a long time. I kind of grew up on these movies. Predator being one of my favorite movies still of all time. I grew up in the 80s. I'm a fan of 80s action films, and Predator is by far one of the best 80s action films there is. I've been a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator franchise, things like that. So I was a little skeptical, of course, about this movie just because of how the franchise have gone from here on out. I feel like the Predator movies have gotten progressively worse. Predator, of course, being the best one. Predator 2 was pretty good. I did enjoy it. I've watched it again recently, and I enjoy it for what it is. Predators, I did actually enjoy that movie. I liked how, they took the people to a different planet to where they really couldn't get off, this rock, and, put them in that kind of situation. And I liked that, how, they were somewhere that they didn't know and had to fight, multiple predators. I did kind of like that movie. Now, The Predator, don't get me started with that movie. That was just total trash. That movie's total trash. The Alien vs. Predator series, not really a fan whatsoever. I really liked what they did with the comics and the video games with those movies, especially like against the Colonial Marines. I wasn't feeling like the modern time, Alien vs. Predator thing. I really thought it should be more of, futuristic space, horror movie, action movie, and have more to do with like the Colonial Marines. I like that whole aspect. So, circling back to Prey. This was refreshing. I do think it is probably as good as maybe Predator 2 and Predators. I saw some reviews saying that this was better than the original. No way. No way, no how. This was not better than the original. I still did enjoy this movie. I like how they took it back, though, to the grassroots of the original. It was a very simple story. It was self-contained. I like how this particular Predator would work its way up the food chain. And they kind of showed that in the movie. How it would start off with, smaller game and work its way up. And I did like how they showed that aspect of the movie. I did like the main character in the movie. I liked how she wanted to be a hunter and everybody thought, she couldn't be. And, but the only one who really had faith in her was her brother, who was probably the best supporting actor. I think all the other supporting cast was just there for cannon fodder, basically, just for kills. That's the only reason, they were there. But I did enjoy this movie. Again, I do think that it well deserves a rewatch. I think they're doing 2 versions of this movie. It's going to be English version, and I hear they're coming out with a Comanche version as well. That's going to be more accurate. Because, of course, around this time, that whole village wouldn't just be speaking English, which makes sense. And especially when they run into other certain characters and they're able to speak with them. It's a nitpick for me, but, it's not really that important, or it didn't really kill the movie or anything like that for me. I just kind of enjoyed it for what it was. I really did enjoy this movie. I think I would probably give it about a 7 out of 10. It was a decent film. I do think this probably would have done well in theaters as well, given what we have gotten with the Predator franchise recently. More so speaking of The Predator, because that movie was just, oh my God, it was god awful. It was just god awful. But yeah, I did really enjoy this movie. It definitely deserves, a watch on Hulu if you can check it out. And with that being said, that's going to be the end of the video.
I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. And if you're feeling extra generous, give this video a like. It's much appreciated. And don't forget to hit that bell to be notified of all my latest content. And once again, thanks for watching and see you next time.